right. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is the August Epic Corporate Call, and we're glad to have you with us tonight. We have a great turnout, and I'm not surprised because of the guest list that we pre-announced. I know folks really want to hear from not only Mr. Teddy Moore, but some of the folks that we've lined up that have some special stories to tell and some successes to share. And so we're going to dive right in. And before we do, we're going to continue a tradition we started a few months back now and start with a bit of a message from uh, Senior Vice President Jamel Meeks, really kind of put us in the right frame of mind here, get us off to a strong start. So, Jamel, if you're on the call, do you want to start us off tonight?
I am here. Thank you very much. Awesome. Always here, always encouraging, and always keeping us on point. Mr. Mike Gilbert, thank you so much. And to all of you who have joined us today, thank you so much for taking the time out. It's August. It's hard to stay focused in the summer. And you guys are doing a great job because we're all here tonight. I don't want to take a lot of time, so let me dig right in. I love what we're talking about for this month. Refocus, plan, and build momentum. We talk about refocus. We're coming to the end of the summer. It's about to be fall. Everybody's getting back into their routines. The summer breaks are over. The summer barbecues and parties and birthday celebrations for the summer people are coming to a close. And we're going to start planning and then building our momentum as we move into the fall. So the scripture says to commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. And anything that you want to do, anything that you want to build, anything that you want to establish, any plan that you have, when you commit it to the Lord first, then it will be established. When you commit it to the Lord first, then it will come to pass. So we believe that word. We stand on that word for this month. I'm excited to see that word come to pass in all of our lives and in our businesses. So remember that this month. Post it somewhere, screenshot this, put it up on your mirror, and every day say, what am I doing today to refocus? What am I doing today to plan? And what am I doing today that's going to build momentum in my business? Father, we love you and we thank you for this opportunity to share tonight. We thank you for what we're going to learn. We thank you for what our hearts are going to be encouraged to do. We ask now that the seed will be planted for this month as we plan to refocus, as we plan to build momentum, as we plan to plan. So God, be in our midst, be in every thought and action that we have, and give us the momentum that we need. I ask for your grace on every speaker tonight, and that our hearts and minds would be in one accord. We ask your blessings on this company. We ask your blessings on every person that works, the staff, and all of those who are committed to success. We thank you for the lives that we get an opportunity to change and those we get to help along the way. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you and happy August.
Thank you, Jamel.
Thank you, Jamel.
All right. And just a reminder, like we always like to do, I know we have some new folks on the call today. So it's always worth reiterating that EPIC is not just a name, it stands for something. Every letter in its name stands for something. The E stands for equity. That is the unique opportunity that you have to build equity in this company above and beyond our compensation plan. You're able to actually earn ownership stake in the long-term success of the company. And we really are proud of the fact that we're the only company in the industry with that kind of an offer. And so clearly that's why it's the first letter in our name. The P stands for profitability. It's why you joined the business, of course. So we're always keeping that in mind front and center. All the decisions that we make are designed to help you be more profitable, whether it's lowering your expenses, increasing your income, or building a platform for you to grow over the long term for you and your family, a second stream of income. The I is for integrity. It's the way we want to run our businesses, both here at corporate and also when you're interacting with your customers and your partners. Always remember that, you know, the way that we treat our customers The way we treat others reflects on our business, reflects on the business of your partners. And so we just always want to keep that in mind. And the C is for community. That is something like what we're doing tonight, the fellowship that we get, not just from being on the call, but what happens before the call, what happens after the call, what happens at our Super Saturdays, what happens at all of our events, the ability to get together in a room with like-minded people, entrepreneurial people, positive people. And that's the sense of community that we try to foster, and we encourage you to try to foster within your local community as well. Okay. So, a couple reminders, couple little housekeeping items just to make sure that everybody's kind of staying on the same track. Make sure that you are texting VIP to our standard text number, 855-957-5608, to make sure that you're getting specifically getting the Oxygen, Captivita, and Monavita updates. And that's important because it's not just the representative opportunity type messaging. This is for the actual products, which means reps and customers can and should sign up for this VIP list. And then also, of course, if you are a representative, make sure that you are signing up for the VIP representative list by texting EPIC, all one word, to 855-957-5608. And of course, we always encourage you to follow us on social media. Obviously, everybody in this call probably is, but if you're not, make sure you do. It helps. You're going to see messaging there that you might not see elsewhere. All right, and congratulations to the folks who pre-registered for last month's call. So this always lags a little bit by 1 month as far as the recognition for this, but we love to give out these names. We love to support these folks because they took the extra step of making sure that they were pre-registered for an event and didn't wait till the last minute. That way we have a good idea who's going to be on the call. We can prepare better for that. And of course, we remind you to make sure that you register for next month's call, but don't do it till tomorrow. Cynthia actually reminded all of us before most of you got on the call tonight. But I know in the past I've said, come on, as soon as our call's done tonight, get registered for the next month. We do want you to pre-register for the September call, but if you register tonight, you're actually just going to be registering again for this call. So just wait till the morning, wait till it is loaded and ready to go, and then you'll be qualified automatically. You'll be qualified for these 500 reward points.
Thank you, Mike.
Absolutely. All right. And we had 3 folks once again who were the mystery prize winning representatives. And this is completely random. If you're in the subset of people that pre-register for the event, 3 folks are chosen at random to get some great prizes. So congratulations to Sandra Kendrick, Everett Johnson, and Eva Gordon. Enjoy your 10 count assorted coffee samples prize. That's pretty cool. And all it takes, again, is just pre-registering. Okay, and we've got some promotions we always want to make sure you're well aware of. Of course, there's a summer gift bundle right now. Like I always say, the team puts in a lot of work to make sure that these bundles have just the perfect little cross section of products baked in to each one. Definitely go to the website and check out the different bundles. Of course, if there's 5 of them, there's something that's going to be just right for you or something that's just right for someone you know, or even just to use as samples that you can go out and prospect based on the samples. And then we have an Epic Deal of the Week. If you're new to Epic, this is just a reminder that every Friday we release a new Epic Deal of the Week and the previous promo drops off, which means you've only got till midnight on Thursdays to take advantage each week. Today's a Tuesday, which means you got a couple days left to take advantage of this amazing promo where you can save up to 40% off and get double points on your order of $300 or more. 40% off on $300 or more. That is phenomenal discounting. Of course, if you're not prepared to spend that much, there's still some great discounts. 30% off $150, 20% off $100, 15% off orders of $75 or more, and 10% off if you spend $50 or more. The double points only apply at the 2 top tiers, the 30% off and the 40%. But regardless, you're getting an extra point if you take advantage of the promo at one of these levels. Just use coupon code STOCKUP, all one word, coupon code STOCKUP at the checkout. All right, let's see what's happening in August. First of all, we've got an epic Super Saturday in Brooklyn, once again, hosted by the one and only Platinum Senior Vice President Jovens Moncour. This one is on Saturday, August 15th, so that's a week from this coming Saturday, 10 a.m. sharp. This is important because guests are free, and there's no better way to build your business than to have a guest accompanying you at 10 o'clock, being set in your seats, ready to go, because it starts with an opportunity presentation. And if they like what they see, they can maybe become your customer, maybe become your partner. Either way, they're welcome to stay for the entire day. What happens sometimes is they stay to watch the presentation. Maybe they're not quite ready to make a commitment, but they show some interest in one of the products. But if they stick around for the training, more often than not, by the time they're done seeing that whole day's training, they are raring to go and they want to join the business. It's only $20 for partners at the door. Again, guests are free. And if you can attend in person in Brooklyn, you can attend via Zoom for just $10. All of Joven's payment information is listed here. This graphic is also available on our Facebook page if you need it. And of course, you can call Representative Services if you need any of that information. This is going to be an awesome event. Great time of year to be in Brooklyn. Make it a weekend. Enjoy it. Get yourself there. There's nothing like being in person and seeing the team and the leadership that Jovens pulls together for these events. Okay, and our Back to the Future, Back to Your Future promotion, awesome graphic for this month only, August. It's valid through the entire calendar month. You can re-promote to your highest earned position. This is a fun one. We haven't done it in a while. This means that if you were, let's say you were an ND at some point, and maybe for whatever reason you're now an IMR or an ET or an ED, doesn't matter what it is, you're going to have the opportunity to re-promote to that earlier highest max position, whatever that might have been. And it's all based on your production in this calendar month. That's the cool thing. It doesn't matter what you did last month. It doesn't matter what you're going to do in September. This is just based on what you do this month. It's only the fourth of the month. It's a long month. You still got roughly 28, 27 days if you haven't already got started on this. And the requirements are very simple. All of these details are available in your back office, but it's all based on your personal customer volume in the month of August. If you were previously an ET and you're an IMR now, you can get back to ET just by obtaining $50 in customer volume in the month of August. If you were an SVP, and again, if you're now an ND or an ED or an ET, or even if you're an IMR and you used to be an SVP, that happens. You could get back to SVP simply by generating $200 in customer volume during the calendar month of August. So that is super awesome. Of course, you must be subscribed to Platinum Plus as well. But generally speaking, the requirements for this type of promotion to get back to earned positions is usually quite a bit higher. But this is really an olive branch, and I encourage everyone to make sure that you jump on this. If you aren't sure what your previous high position was, you can call Representative Services. They'll know how to look that up, and you can just shoot for the moon. And then, of course, once you're there, you're going to have a path to maintain that position as well, which is even more important ultimately. All right, a little information on TV. You've seen all these details before. You've got an opportunity to market it with a one-time 7-day free trial. That is very exciting. That way people can try it, see how great it is, and then become a customer. And if you haven't remembered this from the past, we have a free with 10 promotion on this service. If you have 10 customers, your service is free. And that can be as much as a $75 a month value. So that is really cool. You do need a Roku for each TV that uses TV service. But those are a dime a dozen nowadays. So it's easy to get one of those. You can even, if you have honest to goodness, if you have a customer who really wants the service, maybe you go out and pick them up a Roku and make it easy for them. And if you have a long-term customer, that's gonna pay dividends. Little reminder too on just some of the marketing materials, some of the assets you have available to you to promote Captivita Immune Gut Health, a product that really many of us should be on, just to have that extra nutrition, that extra gut support. I was reading something the other day that like our gut really is our second brain. It really is the one of the most important aspects of our overall health. And a product like Captivita Immune Plus Gut Health helps balance out and supports the mechanisms that we all need to be efficient and healthy and feeling good. So this is something that I encourage really everybody to at least give it a try if you haven't already. Some people just swear by the results, and we'd love to hear from you if you tried for the first time and you have some of those similar responses. And let's take a look at our newest video. There won't be any sound on this, folks, but you'll be able to watch this in your back office as well and in your app. And of course, the point here is to be able to share this with prospects.
Every second, your credit is changing, and one missed alert can cost you everything. Meet SafeScore, your all-in-one credit monitoring system. Monitor all 3 credit bureaus, get real-time alerts, and track your score with clear insights. Know exactly what changes the moment it happens. Stay ahead of fraud and identity threats before they escalate. Take control of your credit today with SafeScore.
All right, and you can see right there the URL to sign up for SafeScore is safescore.myepiccompany.com. Great service. Everybody needs some sort of service to be monitoring their credit. And why not us, right? You've got millions of Americans that need to be keeping track of this. Most of them, more than half easily, don't have a service like this. And we are right there at the ready to provide a service at a very, very efficient price with all the bells and whistles that all the big companies that you've heard of have for much less.
Every second, every
Okay. And let's take a look at another one of our new marketing videos.
Slow down and enjoy the moment. Wellness can be part of your daily cup. Oxygen CBD coffees and teas. Crafted for relaxation, balance, and enjoyment. Warm flavors. Elevated experience. Simple moments can make a big difference. Make every sip count.
Really cool. And once again, this Oxygen CBD coffee, Oxygen CBD tea video is available in your app. That's the easiest way to share it with others. But of course, you can always share the direct link, text it to people, email it to people, and then just ask them to give it a try and see for themselves. That's all we ask, right? That's all we're really ever doing is just sharing information, sharing opportunity, and just letting people make their own decisions based on their own experience.
Slow.
Now it's time, before we get to our main event, our guest speaker, we're going to go ahead and honor and recognize the folks that have been producing, the folks that are at the top of the charts. And we love doing this because it's a great way to highlight the people that are leading from the front, doing the things every day to get the job done. All right, so congratulations to our open line. Oh, I'm sorry, I moved my mouse. Congratulations once again to our open line customer production leaders for the month of July. Open line ED, Jovens Moncour, open line ND, Teddy and Vicky Moore, open line SVP, Dr. Sherman and Ann Chambers, and our top producer at open line Platinum Senior Vice President, Dave and Carol Silverman. Now our top IMR producers for the month of July. At open line ED, A.K. Kafour, Open Line National Director, and Open Line SVP, Teddy and Vicky Moore, and Open Line PSVP, Dave and Carol Silverman. And I missed a spot because of my header here, but Open Line Executive Trainer, also Teddy and Vicky Moore. And let's go back a slide because I believe I missed the July Customer Production Leader at Open Line ET, which was Teddy and Vicky Moore. All right, so congratulations across the board to all of our top producers. And welcome to our new partners. This is the biggest roll call of new partners I've seen in some time. So congratulations and welcome to Xavier Powell, Thoraya Palmer, LaWanda Davidson, Bahati Pickens, Elizabeth Cobbs, Carlissa Cook, Victoria Robinson, Devon Vigay, and of course, our newest national director, Yvonne Cobbs. Congratulations to you all and welcome to the call tonight. If this is your first call, I think you're going to see what this company is all about tonight, what the people are all about. You already know about the products and services. You might already know about your own organization, but to hear and see all the other partners all across this country, hopefully will give you the confidence to continue pushing forward the way that you have already. And we're just excited to have you on the team. Congratulations specifically to our new executive trainers, our new ETs, Xavier Powell and Thoraya Palmer. And again, our newest executive director, Yvonne Cobbs. Congratulations also to Senior Vice Presidents Teddy and Vicky Moore for reaching the 250 CV Customer Club. That is a $100 bonus. If you maintain that every month, that's $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year. Remember that. We used to have t-shirts that says, give yourself a $1,200 raise. All you need is to be on the 250 customer club month over month. And that doesn't require that you get that much volume every single month new. It just means you have to maintain that customer base and get a couple of new customers each month. And you can just kind of lock in that revenue stream above and beyond the residuals you're already earning on those customers. Congratulations also to Senior Vice President Patricia Lloyd for also achieving the 250 Customer Club. If I had to guess, this is probably about her 40th time reaching that mark, if not more, which is just unbelievable, so impressive, and truly an example for all of you. If Patricia can do it and you've heard exactly how she does it, you know how she does it. If you can just follow her lead, follow her way about things, always leading with a smile, talking to everybody she meets. You could also be on this club, not just once, but the 40 or 50 or 60 times that Ms. Lloyd has been on as well. And another member of the customer club this month, 250 customer club, Senior Vice President Jamel Meeks. Congratulations, Jamel. Good to see you on this list. And again, when we talk about leading from the front, you don't have to be a senior vice president to be in the customer club. But when you see a senior vice president in the customer club, you know they're doing the things day over after day, month over month, the things that they're teaching you to do, the things they're encouraging you to do, they're doing it themselves. And that's proof positive that the system works. And just follow that lead, because when the leaders are on the club, they are doing nothing more than you could be doing yourself. They just know that enough effort on a regular basis will get the results, and they have faith in that, and that's what makes it work. We also had a recipient of our promotion that we announced on last month's call to be the first to recruit two new IMRs. And look at that. The first person to recruit two new IMRs this month was Yvonne Cobbs. And she received this awesome, awesome gift package from the folks at Representative Services, just as a special congratulations and thank you for just doing a great job. So congratulations, Yvonne. And the second person to recruit two new IMRs this month was Xavier Powell. So he also received the same gift package. I think that's the first time we've had two people qualify for this, for the new IMR side of things in a while. So that is very, very good news. Congratulations to you both. The third to recruit two new IMRs, Thoraya Palmer. Three people on this list when I think last month we might have had one. So that is great news. It just shows that you can at any time just flip that switch, get things done, and you have the chance to not only benefit from your own production through the compensation plan, through benefits of equity, but when we run fun promotions like this, we go above and beyond to reward you. And congratulations to the first three representatives to get three new customers in the month of July. Congrats to Teddy Moore, A.K. Kafour, and Yvonne Cobbs. And that challenge is being repeated. So if you didn't see your picture on those slides and you wish you did, you got another chance here. You've got the first to recruit 2 new IMRs challenge and the first to acquire 3 new customers challenge. They run concurrent. You can earn both. It's not either or. So you could chase it all. And it's just a matter of this. In this case, it is a little bit of a race, a little bit of time sensitive thing, but it's only August 4th. Good chance most people haven't achieved this yet. So you could get out and get it done in the next few days, and you can have your picture on the slide next month and receive the special care package that they've got in store for you. In fact, here's what you're going to get. If you're one of the first 3 to recruit 2 new IMRs or 3 new customers, this is the prize package that you will receive. It's not going to take till August 31st for folks to qualify, so you don't want to wait. All right. So this is your chance to register for the September corporate call. Again, don't do it tonight. Don't do it tonight. So that QR code, if you do load that up, just kind of leave that browser window open on your phone and hit it in the morning. But you can just write down this URL, joinus.myepiccompany.com. Very simple, joinus.myepiccompany.com. Tomorrow, you can go to that URL. You can register for the September call. Keep in mind, the September call is actually on September 1st. That's a little bit unusual, but it falls on a good day of the week, and we can get the reporting in. So that's pretty cool, because what that means is that when you hear the promotions on that call, you'll have the whole month to qualify for those promotions. So make sure you set that date aside, September 1st, 7 p.m. And now, my favorite part of every call, for 2 reasons. I get to stop talking, but also I get to hear from some of our really awesome representatives in the field who are doing cool things. Tonight, you're going to have the benefit of hearing from 2 folks. And the first gentleman is not only one of my favorite representatives, he's one of my favorite humans. Senior Vice President Teddy Moore. He is the comma to my period, and he is just a fountain of wisdom, but he does it in a humorous way. He does it in a lighthearted way, but the message gets through. And clearly, whatever that message was, got through to one of his newest team members, Yvonne Cobbs, because she, in very short order, has built a team and gotten already to executive director, I believe, in her first 30 days, if not very close to her first 30 days. So without further ado, I'm going to turn the call over to Senior Vice President Teddy Moore and Executive Director Yvonne Cobbs.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Teddy.
Great, great. I'm excited. I don't know where to start. Man, I'm just looking at these achievements. I'm looking at, I just want to give it back to Gold Senior Vice President Ms. Jamel Meeks for just opening up. I mean, man, I'm glad I wrote some notes down, because I want to stay within my notes. First of all, just appreciate everybody on the call. Appreciate all the awardees and Ms. Cobbs. I can't say enough. But I just want to give a quick correction, because when I met Ms. Cobbs, and you'll hear about our story, we're going to do some role play. We're going to have some fun tonight. But when I first met Ms. Cobb, I met her husband, and I wanted to call him X-Man, but I realized she shared with me his name is Javier. So I get that. Okay, so his name is Javier, and I got to know him in a very short period of time. We talking, and I call him Four now. He's a golfer. To me, he's semi-professional. To me, and I know, because the first thing he did was jumped on swag and ordered every material possible to go to the golf course, because we had paint products for the golfers. So that's my brother. I see you back here, Four. I got you, Four. I got you. So if we said X-Man, Xavier, we know it's Javier. I'm claiming Four. I'm claiming Four. So I'm calling you Four from now on. So welcome. We're gonna get right in. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Like I said, I want to give it back to everyone who's achieved every level, everything. I tell you, it's awesome. It's so amazing. And I am very grateful, and I'm very humble. I'm here tonight with my beautiful bride of 43 and a half years.
Mwah.
She keeps me with balance. She keeps me
She,
with balance. And I tell you, I was listening to all the accolades was given, and I'm man, I don't know where to start, but I'm gonna start. I'm gonna listen. If you don't know me by now, when I come on, you gotta have a pen and paper. I'm gonna throw some nuggets. I'm led by the Spirit. I'm gonna throw some nuggets. Okay, we're gonna have some fun tonight. Me and Miss Cobbs gonna have some role play. I'm gonna ask her 6 questions, and she didn't know what I was gonna ask her. We coming from the hip today. And she can't turn to her husband and dial in a third caller or ask for audience participation. She's gonna give it right to her straight with no chaser. But we're gonna have fun tonight. So I want you to take some notes, because what I'm about to tell you is what some of the platinums who have gone before me, double platinum Dave Silverman, platinum Anna Sharon Chambers, Senior Vice President Jamel Meek, Senior Vice President Cheryl Null, Senior Vice President Shonda Parker, all these SVPs, Senior Vice President Patricia Lloyd, Senior Vice President Donald Singleton, everyone I'm a part of, their DNA. We're all as one. So what I'm about to say is what we've been talking about over the years for training, and I'm going to go through we're gonna do some role play, and I'm going to show you exactly what I said to Miss Cobb. Now, I want you to remember what I'm about to tell you, because we train on this stuff all the time, okay? If you don't know me by now, just a little bit about me. My name's Teddy Moore. I'm originally from Lorain, Ohio. My lovely bride, she's from Temple, Texas. So we live in Augusta, Georgia. And that's a good thing, because the in-laws can't show up and knock on the door and say, hey, we're here. They got to say, we 12 hours out or we 16 hours out. That's a good problem to have, because I got my church family, I got all my family, friends, and business, everything right with me. So we're just ecstatic, excited. Former retired military. I salute all my veterans, and some of you all who know veterans, who've been around veterans, and the fallen soldiers. Well, I always give my condolence, and I'm very empathy when it comes time to fallen soldiers as well. Served 21 years, a month, a day in the military. How does he know all them days? Well, if you was in the military, you know exactly how many days you was in there. Went place I didn't want to go, did things I didn't eat, things I didn't want to eat, just live place in the woods I didn't want to live, went to war. But you know, by God's grace, he always had a plan for me, and he has a plan for you. So if you're writing, write that down. Somebody has a plan for you, and all you have to do is walk into it. I believe this is divine destiny. We talk about it all the time. I remember Platinum Jovis Moncour said a year ago, probably a year ago today, he said, listen, somebody eventually is going to bring somebody in this company that's going to light a fire up under Epic. And I said, you know what? Whoever it is, I know it's going to happen, because words you speak are life. That's not part of my training, but I told you I'm led by the Spirit. Sometimes when something comes into your spirit, if you've see, a lot of us on here, we've already prayed for this. We prayed for this night, whether you realize it or not. If you go back, you prayed for this. You thought about it. You said, I need opportunity. I need a better way. I'm tired of working for this person, working for this. Yeah, we worked in corporate America, but you said one day you like to work for yourself, so we have an opportunity. So if you're a guest on the line, welcome guest, welcome guest, welcome guest. I can truly tell you, in this opportunity, I know there's a lot of opportunities out there, but this is the only company I've ever been in. I've been in the industry for 34 years. This is the only company pays you equity. Equity stayed in the company just by becoming a member. I mean, Yvonne Cobb, she has blessed her entire family. They don't realize what they got their hands on. We're talking about financial generational wealth, okay? So let me get out of that and get into my notes, because I really want to get into this. Like I said, my background, I worked in correction to at-risk teenagers. When I first started 21 years ago, my hair was jet black. So now y'all see what the kids undone to my hair. I don't go no barber, don't get no dye. My wife said, you can't be young, because when you say, what you doing, girl? She know I'm still old school, so I can't be young and try to be young. So anyway, but I work with at-risk teenagers. I'm associate pastor. We serve in the ministry. We love to serve. We serve in the ministry, served in the military. Now we're serving people all over the country, and that's a beautiful thing, okay? And I'm actually going to be serving someplace in Cali. in a couple months. So Miss Lloyd, don't get excited, but we are en route. We're working on our plane right now as we speak. We'll be in California October 8th and 9th and 10th. You'll hear more about that in the future. So as of now, I'm just going through. We're going to role play. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call Miss Cobbs on the phone. See, Miss Cobbs ahead of the game. She's been here before. I told her we're going to role play. She said, when we role play, you pick that phone up because that's how you called me on the cell phone. So I'm going to pick the cell phone up. Miss Cobbs, I hope you got your cell phone in your hand. Here we go. All right, here we go. We role playing. This is where it started. Here we go. All right. Ring.
Hello,
Hey, Miss Yvonne Cobbs, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Listen, I'm Teddy Moore. I think we met some time ago. My wife was telling me we met. Did we meet last year, maybe in Montgomery or something? You purchased one of my products.
Was it Greenboro's? It was Greenboro a couple years ago, North
Okay.
Carolina.
Okay.
Or
All
was it
right.
Montgomery? It was
Yeah, it was
one of
Montgomery. Yeah.
one of the southern states.
Oh, okay, yeah, and because the people at corporate, Cynthia, Danette, and Amber, and Rocco, they keep us abreast on our customer report. And what I did, we always tell partners fortunes and follow up. So I'm following up. I know it's been a while, but I kept looking at my report and I kept saying, how is Yvonne? Who is Yvonne Cobbs? She keeps ordering the PDQ spray, and you keep ordering the cream. And I just want to say thank you, Yvonne, for just purchasing the products and being a loyal customer. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. My mom uses the product, so that's why I order it every month for her.
Oh wow, that's good. Now let me ask you a question. Where are you located at?
In California, Northern California.
Oh my God, I didn't mean to call you this early. I apologize for calling you so early. You could be at your job or whatever.
It's okay. It's all right.
Okay, so what do you do?
I'm a doctor of nursing practice. I have my own practice in Pinole for about 14 years, and I work at UCSF in the daytime. Yeah,
But you
that's
got
what
to
I
be
do.
busy. I do apologize for calling you.
It's okay.
Okay, well,
This is a downtime.
okay. Well. Let me ask you a question. You're a doctor. Wow. So let me ask you a question. What do I call you? Do I call you Yvonne or do I call you Dr. Cobb?
So if you're in front of a bunch of people, Dr. Cobbs, but if it's just you and I, Yvonne is fine.
Okay, great. And my name is, of course, Teddy. You know my wife Vicky, and I heard somebody hollering about where's my golf clubs. Is that your husband in the background or something?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, of
What's his
course.
name? What's his name?
Javier.
Javier. It's a smooth name. That must be a smooth brother. Okay. All right. So anyway, check this out. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Do you know anyone in the California market who could be interested in taking a look at our company? Because we have representatives out there, but I'm really looking for somebody in your market who maybe want to market these products since you're pretty well satisfied. Would you know anybody in that market that would be interested? Maybe like somebody like a mother or somebody have kids and have two jobs and really looking for an opportunity or anything?
Well, I don't know anyone right now, but I know I am interested since I'm buying the products monthly. I might as well get into the company. Hey, I'm buying it.
Hold on a second, another call coming in. Hey, get off.
Awesome,
All right,
awesome.
Miss
It
Cobb,
just
you
tell me
there?
what I need to do. What do I need to
Okay,
do?
so listen, here's the thing. You're a customer, so I can't put you in tonight. It's Sunday because there's your email have to be situated from a customer to apartment. So I tell you what, why don't you call the company tomorrow
Okay.
and I'll give you the number. You have something to write with?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, it's 727
Mm-hmm.
888
Mm-hmm.
1101.
Got it.
Now, your time is different, so you have to call between six o'clock in your time in the morning up until maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're at Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, that's great. I can do
And,
that.
And the ladies that will service you, I mean, amazing, very professional. Danette and Amber, and I mean, they do an amazing job, and they'll get you taken care of. Now, before I go, and I appreciate you joining the company, but before I go, let me just say this. Um, they're running a special every week from Thursday to the following, from Friday to the following Thursday. They run a special. So if you like the products, you have an opportunity to take advantage. I think they have it where if you pay 150, you get your products at 30% off. You pay 300, you get 40% off. So if is there any particular, if there's any products you need, you can take advantage of that right out the gate. How does that sound?
That sounds perfect because that'll give me, I can put that in my clinic.
Hold on one
I
second, I
can
got another
order.
call. Hold on one second, I got another call coming in.
Ah,
Okay, I'm back. I had another call coming in. All right, so
Okay.
yeah, well, I'm very impressed that you're able to do that, and well, really, that's why I was acting. But anyway, I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you. And thank you for the opportunity and let me, give me the information that I need to make be part of the company.
Well, you're going to find out in our company that we have some of the greatest people. We have partners all over the country that assist and help you, but we have a real strong company, strong foundation. Just to give you a quick overview, is that our chairman, Mr. Nelson Gerard, one thing about him, he said that if he don't have the finest products, he don't want it. And that's what I like about him. We have a gentleman. He's our chief operation officer, Mr. Mike Gilbert. He kind of handles everything. He spearheads everything out of Rochester. Our company's in Tarpon Springs, Florida. But I can tell you, you're making a great decision, and I really looking forward to working with you. And once you sign up, let me know. I'll see the report, and then I'll call you up and we give you like a little quick start training and just get you out the gate. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, sounds good. Take care. God bless, and welcome to the team in advance. Take care. Bye now.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, great. All right, so that was a little role play. I know I got a little excited, and I was doing all that stuff, but I was really doing that stuff. I had her on mute when she was talking. She just don't know I was excited. And let me tell you the reason why. Okay, watch this. And we're gonna have a conversation because I'm gonna ask Ms. Cobbs to go ahead and share a little bit about herself and her story. Then I had 6 questions that I'm gonna ask her. And like I said, I didn't pre-warn her or pre-tell her what the question's going to be, but I think these questions are going to be applicable to training as well. And then I'm going to kind of close it at the end and say a few things. But let me just say this. First of all, and this is training too, and I appreciate you guests because I know you're not a part of our company, but I think you can relate because most of people on here have been in some sort of business before. Number one, you can't be direct forward with somebody who to me is a red, somebody who is in a high profile. Now, I didn't know anything about Miss Yvonne or her family members, but what I did know in her profession, she's a busy person. So I didn't come at Miss Cobb saying, hey, how would you like to join the opportunity? Because every time we come to someone who's in a high profile, and I've seen it before, I've done it, I've made the mistakes. What I found out, once they find out we have a good product and they realize it's not going to interfere with what they're already doing and it's part of their lifestyle, like Mr. Javier, he's a golfer. He got it automatically. He says, man, there was an old guy out there playing golf with us. Man, if I'd have gave him that spray, he probably beat us all. And I'm just saying, he already had it. So Vicky and I, when we just got back from Greensboro, North Carolina, over 4,000 people there. And each time we go to an event, it goes from our head to our heart. Yes, you can earn money in this, but what's more passionate about it is that I'm passionate about helping people. Even in the Word of God, it talks about that I wish above all things that you will prosper and be in health as your soul prospers. So I'm so much into helping people. I mean, the Lord has blessed me with youthfulness and Vicky and I, and we thank God, but we want to become educated to be able to help people. Because to me, that's what it's all about. I'm gonna tell you something. Anybody tell you if they ain't paying, if they ain't feeling good, I don't care how much money in the world, that don't mean nothing because it's about a person's health. And I think when we get to the point when we care more about a person's health than caring about what we're going to earn, because we're all consumers in some kind of way. But here's the main thing. The main thing is this, is that when you feel better, you do better. When you do better, you make better decisions. It's just something about getting and taking, and these products are the highest quality. If you haven't tried the products, you got to drink the coffee. You got to drink the tea. Somebody said, well, I ain't no coffee and tea drinker. Well, 6.5 billion cups of coffee and tea is consumed everywhere in the world every day. So guess what? Ding, 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 ding. There's a
Oh
market
my,
for that. There's a market for it. Everybody in some kind of pain. I was in Greensboro, North Carolina. I told the guy said, I don't have any pain, but I want to try your product. I said, let me step on your foot and you'll get pain. He fell out laughing. He said, you ain't serious, are you, man? I said, no, I'm not serious. He said he needs some pain. I'm going to step on his foot and spray him. But I didn't step on the man's foot. But I humored him. And you know what he said? He said, you know, I like your style, man. I like your style. I like that. And here's the thing. This is what I did. And this is gonna be a quick training tip, and I'm gonna bring Miss Yvonne on, and then I'm gonna say a few things. This is a good training tip. When we were there, I tell people, I say, don't buy my product. That's why you gotta get out and do these pop-ups. You gotta do the things uncomfortable till they become comfortable. I know you say I'm not a salesman. Let me tell you something. Sales is the highest profession in the world. And when you're good at it, you can do good because you're not selling your product, you're selling yourself. People don't buy our products, they buy you. You got a personality like a doorknob, who wants to turn the door? I mean, think about it for a second. I mean, I'm throwing some nuggets out there, and I know I'm stepping on some toes, but I'm telling you, you can't eat lemons and talk to people. It's miserable when you turn the TV on, when you look at things, everything is miserable. Why would somebody want to get involved with you and say, you want to buy some products? No, they don't want to buy no products. No product. I mean, you got to have some energy. Get fired up. If you don't have energy, if you don't feel it, pull a nose hair out. I guarantee you'll get excited. But you got to figure, Javier, that you laughing too hard. No, but really, you have to figure out a way to interact with people because this is what it's all about. It's about having fun. Let me tell you something. If this wasn't fun, I wouldn't be doing it. That, you know, hey, life is short. I'm not going around here all stressed out and all bogged out and stuff like that. I want to help people. I want my legacy to be able to help people. I went to college for 2 years. Well, that don't count when you drop your brother off at college. I went, but I didn't go. I mean, I dropped my brother off at college. But I don't have the college degree, but I have self-educated through the military, through people. I'm always educating myself. You're never too old to learn. You're never too young to teach. And that's the concept I have. But I just want to let you know, before I bring the newest executive director on, to say a few words. And then I'm going to ask her a few questions after that.
Oh boy.
But you're in the right place. Listen, you're in the right place at the right time.
Oh.
You can be like that turtle. You got to be like the compound effect, the book Mr. Darren Hardy wrote. You got to do little by little by little. I guarantee you, Miss Cobbs didn't just jump right into the medical field. She took some steps to get to where she's at to be successful. Too many of us trying to get on the elevator think we're going to be successful. You're going to miss some. You got to go through some no's, some hurts. In the Bible, it says first comes humility, then comes honor. When you walk to humility, let me tell you something. I don't care about people telling me no, because they just don't know. But when people find out that what you're doing for them, now this is a good point. When you do things for people with no alternative motive, the mighty one that I serve, he'll do for you because of his motive. I know it. I know how this thing works. I done figured this thing out, and I don't want nothing else. So without further ado, let me introduce you all to one of the newest executive directors in this company. She went 32 days at executive trainer, but when she found out she could get executive director by getting family legacy, she ran at it. And guess what she told me the other day? 90 days, I'm going for that ND. So without further ado, let me introduce you all to the newest executive director in E.P.I.C from the great state It's going to be my state soon. The great state of California. Dr. Executive Director, Dr. Yvonne Cobbs. Ms. Cobbs, go ahead. You got the helm. Thank you. Let's give her a hand,
Hello.
everybody.
Congratulations and welcome
Thank
to
you.
EPIC.
Thank you so much. So, I am Dr. Yvonne Cobbs, and I do internal medicine as well as psychiatry. And the main reason I stock up my clinic um, with the products is for pain. And many of my, as you know, a lot of um, they were taking opiates like Norco,
Mhm.
oxycodone. All of that is hard to get now, but there's not a substitute um, for pain. They're giving ibuprofen and Tylenol together, and I'm like, okay, that's going to be a liver and a kidney thing in the long run. So that's why. And if I treat my mom with the products, I believe in the products, and I believe in the long run it will be better for her. My mom she's in her 80s. So, and my oldest patient that has been treated is 99.
99.
99. And I just want to tell this little story, and then I'll connect you back to Senior Vice President Teddy. So his family came in and said, "What are y'all doing to him?" We have Stem Wave, which is a regenerative machine. It helps to get the inflammation out. So we use Stem Wave. And then after the Stem Wave, Javier's the technician. After that, he put did you spray him or use the cream?
I did both.
He used both cream and spray for him. And his family came in and said, "What are you all doing to him?" He rototilled his whole yard, backyard. He's 99 years old. And it wasn't with he didn't he did it by hand. He didn't do it by machine.
He old school.
Yeah. So now I'll turn it back and you can ask me the 6 questions, but that I know the products work. So yeah.
Wow. Well, that's gonna go down to history right there. Wow. You mean to tell me I can do this up until I'm 99? I can referee basketball at 99 in a wheelchair.
And he's not even in a wheelchair.
No, he's not.
He's not
Wow.
With a cane.
He walks with a cane, but he
Wow.
can probably walk faster than many.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. When I hear stuff like this, and I listen to some of my partners in the past that said that their dad didn't want to do anything, want to lay in the bed and didn't want to do anything, and all of a sudden, I asked my national director Sharon Weathers. I said, "Sharon, do your dad like coffee?" He said, "My dad loves coffee." And I said, "Why don't you give him some coffee?" And then when Sharon tells me, my dad drank the coffee, my dad was laying around, now he's up, he's moving around, he wants to go on a cruise, he wants to do this. I'm telling you, this is life changing. That's why we call our organization the Life Changers. Now we're part of Destined to Win, but we call ourselves Life Changers because we're changing lives. But just to hear a testimony like that, and so much is going to come out of Ms. Cobbs and her organization, as well as everybody on it. Everybody has a story, but this is something that I felt that talked to corporate, and they had said that Yvonne, you were doing some great things, and I said, well, it might be good to feature because she's just getting started, and she saw it. Sometimes, and I only have 6 questions. Actually, you already answered one of them, but sometimes when you get involved in something, sometimes their scales could come over your eyes for a minute, because sometimes the good Lord will not let you see everything. And I know now I understand why. Because when you do business, wherever you feel, whatever professional field you're in, it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. Because he has so much for every person on here. He has so much for everyone at corporate. He has even so much more for Nelson. But there's certain things that he needs to prepare our heart for, certain things, the ups, the downs, the winds, the storms, everything. But when he shows us a little more glimpse of his glory. And this is what happens. Okay. So let me get into these questions. All right. So, and you can't call no lifeline either for the answer. Let me dial a lifeline. No, ain't gonna be no dial up in here. First of all, you already answered the first question. I got 6 questions. The first question I was going to ask you, and you kind of answered, you can elaborate on it. When I asked you the question, do you know anyone be interested in the market for opportunity? Why did you say you may?
Because I was buying the products every month and I was just like, maybe I can help other people, with their pain. And instead of I was just buying it for my mom, giving it to my mom. She was, doing her, using the product, but I didn't go beyond my mother. And then I was just like, this product is working. She's able to move a little bit better. Um, let me see if I can help somebody else. And it was just pretty much helping someone else.
Okay, great. Okay, who were some of the people that you shared this opportunity with and why?
My family, pretty much generational wealth. Um, my one of my good friend, her daughter, because I saw she's I'm talking about Bahati. She's on here, and Bahati is a hard worker, and I just my heart went out to her because I did. She needs more. It's some more, and if she doesn't have to work so hard, she have to work hard, but it's not so hard, and it pay off in the long run. I'm like, okay. And then Lawanda, I met her at the convention. She's one of the nurses, and Lawanda has a story. I'm not going to tell her story because I don't know if she wants me to tell it, but she has some health challenges, and I was just like, and she couldn't work as a nurse anymore, and I was just like, well, okay, look, let's try this. You can't get any worse, so those, but other than that, it's my family and a couple friends. And then Darius, I don't know if Darius is on the line, but then he'll be my next person. And it's just I see how hard he works. He hustles, he works, and I'm like, okay, he can benefit from this. So that's my reasoning.
Yeah, and I like that because, when I first joined the company, and I think I might have shared the story, when I saw this opportunity for generational wealth, the first thing I did was put my wife in, my late daughter, and my son in, and I start just talking to family members first because we talk about warm market. We talk about how warm market. This is a warm market business. But as you meet people, it can become more relational marketing. And there's an old saying we used to say many years ago, say provision without relationship is witchcraft. So in this business, you have to establish relationship. Because if people do business with, they like you, they trust you, then they'll do the business. But I'm thinking about my nephew, Terrence Moore. Everybody knew about Terrence Moore. Before COVID, everybody said they used to mix me with Terrence. Terrence, my nephew. Matter of fact, when I went to the military, he wasn't born. So, but he came from nowhere. And when I was listening, where you hit the executive trainer in about 31 days, and hit executive director in less than 60 days, I thought about Terrence. Terrence told me, he says, Uncle Teddy, I'm gonna hit executive trainer in a record time. And I says, no way. And he hit it in 15 minutes. But I didn't know he was already signed 2 people while he was talking to me. So, but it's good that you can have family generation wealth. I think about the Rockefellers. I think about Sam Walton. I think about Ray Kroc. All these people have generational wealth, and I'm in awe with the fact that you have family members, and I think that's a beautiful thing because um, it's just something about when family come together. I don't want to get off track. Let me get to my third question. Okay, so my third question is and I think you might have answered this already. How have these products worked for you so far, for yourself personally?
Personally, I have a back issue, and I don't know if you know what IDD is. It's when they stretch you because of a disc or something. So I get that. And then what I do is I take the tincture to help the inflammation go down, and I'll also use the cream. And then that it helps the inflammation. It helps me be able to after the treatment move around better. So um, that's how I use. That's what I. Oh, I also use the immune capsules,
Mhm.
and especially when I'm out of town or when I'm because I'm not only I sing as well, and I go all around singing. So I do that to make sure that my immune system is up and boosted. Um, so those are the products that I use. My sister, wait a minute, my sister, she had problems with insomnia. So I said, okay, here, try this, try this. And I gave her the bottle and I said, I said, now I don't know how it's gonna work because I don't have insomnia, but don't take two, like the bottle says one or two. I said, why don't you try half? Well, she took, I don't know, one or two, and she became Sleeping Beauty for about a day and a half. But and I don't know if Elizabeth is still on, but that was her. And now she said, all you have to do is just bite a little corner off. I was like, oh, okay.
Wow, wow. Well, look, I'm gonna have to bring your love in on this one right here, because I love the coffee. I love the coffee. The coffee does amazing things for me, with the MCT oil, getting those vitamins. I can't eat 12 apples a day and all that stuff. But when I drink that coffee, it does something for my senses. It does something for my just everything. I mean, Vicky and I, we drink coffee every single morning. It's a very smooth taste and it's delicious. You like the coffee, sweetheart?
Yes.
She said she wasn't gonna say nothing. See, she said yes. So
That's good.
yeah, the coffee's great. We love the coffee, and it's just amazing what it does. So I love the coffee. So I know that your husband Javier likes the coffee. Harvey, you want to say anything about the coffee since you've been drinking it? Can you come up? You got your mic pinned to you or something, or can you say something?
Uh,
He has a
well,
great laugh.
when she brought home the product, she said, because I'm a Dunkin' Donuts coffee guy. Dunkin' Donuts is the best coffee you can drink because you can warm it up at any time of the day and it still tastes like you just brewed it. So she brings home this coffee. She says, "Oh, I got this coffee from Epic." And I'm like, "Who's Epic?" She goes, "Just try it." So I put it in, I tried it. I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good coffee." Then she's talking to Teddy about maybe a week later, and he mentioned the coffee. She goes, "But did you tell him that if he lose a couple pounds, don't be shocked?" It's like, I was like, "Oh, you didn't tell me that." But the coffee is really good. I like the aroma, the smell of it, the taste has good flavor. You don't have to put like, some coffees you have to overdo it with creamer. You don't have to overdo this coffee with creamer. It's really good coffee. And you can warm it up. That's how I can tell if it's good coffee. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I get busy and I got to come back to my cup of coffee. Could be like an hour, 2 hours later. Put that bad boy in the microwave, nuked it for about 45 seconds. And I was like, okay, this is good coffee. I can do this.
Wow. Well, I appreciate that. My brother from another mother, Fred Wiley, national director, he gave me a little trick. He said, "Man, I like iced coffee." I said, "Well, how do you do iced coffee? Do you make the coffee and do you put the ice in it?" He said, "No, to dilute it." And look, listen, knowledge is not only power, but it's applied. You apply it. He said, "Make the coffee to your taste. Put it in those old fashioned ice cubes. Some of y'all got them. Don't act like you ain't got them ice cubes still in there. Everybody ain't using no dispenser. Put it in the air, put it in the freezer, freeze it, take it next day, crush down, you got iced coffee." And I says, wow, 69 years and I just find this out. And he told me, he shared it with me. He's not even on my team, but we're all on one team. But the reason why I'm saying this is because it was hot and in an event we did, outside event, we made it, iced coffee, and everybody stood in line for iced coffee. I think I ran McDonald's out of business with their iced coffee. They didn't call it McDonald's, they said Teddy Mac. All right, let me get on to another question, because we run out of time. All right, here goes the next question right there. Okay, number 5. You got one more. Considering Dr. Cobb, that you have moved up in the comp plan in a short period of time, and you kind of answered this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. In a short period of time, do you see the value for family and friends? Because when Miss Cobbs, hold that thought, when Miss Cobbs was moving so fast, I said, I gotta show Miss Cobb the comp plan. Because a lot of people don't understand the comp plan. But Miss Cobbs is living a comp plan. And not only she's living a comp plan, her family's living a comp plan. Not only they're living a comp plan, they don't understand. A lot of them don't understand all these shares that they're accumulating. So when you see that comp plan, Ms. Cobbs, from your profession, seeing something that's not interfering with what you're doing, how do you see this as a additional revenue stream without interfering with what you're already doing? That's my question to you.
So this is my thought, and if I'm incorrect, someone can correct me, but I'm thinking that with my structure, the more I build my structure, I can generate money not while I'm sleeping. And I'm like, okay, I don't have to work so hard. That's why I'm trying to get my team, if they understand that they build their structures as well, then they don't have to work hard, real hard. And and people talk about making money while they sleep. This is what I see.
That's a good point. You know, if you work it and you don't cut edges, somebody told me 34 years ago, I got involved with a company called Herbalife. And they said if you build it right, it'll last. It's almost like putting a snowball on Mount Everest, and it never stops rolling downhill because you're constantly helping people. That's called exponential growth. People say that sounds like a pyramid. That's not a pyramid. It's formulated. Even in churches, you got to have a leader. You got to have the people to help the workers. In corporate America, you got to have a VP. It's all the same. In the military, it was the same way. I was in the military. I went in as a private. When I became a sergeant, I had sergeants under me and privates under me. It's the same structure. But the beautiness about this, and I want you all to hear this. I want every partner and every guest to hear this. My bishop out of Augusta, Georgia, introduced me to him, and his wife introduced Vicki and I to this 16 years ago. Bishop hit a certain level, and when I start going up in the comp plan, he said, go do greater works. And that's a beautiful thing. And I appreciate that, because it's not the person that's in the longest, it's the person that does the work. That's why a lot of people move up very quickly. So I pray that because Ms. Cobb has already moved into a level, and you hear the simplicity. Yeah, there's certain things she's got to be trained on, but she's living it in a short period of time. Okay, so last question. And okay, so I understand that you sweating.
Ooh, no, I'm not sweating. Okay.
So goodness. This is the last question. You're on the hot seat. Go get the ice, Javier. She's in the hot seat. Go get the ice. All right. So as a singer, because you sing, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So years ago we had some mints, and they were amazing mints. But because of manufacturers and everything else, and Cynthia can break all that down, we kind of went away with them. But as a singer, tell me a little bit about, because you gave a testimony, and I don't think you knew you was giving a testimony at the conference because you're a singer, but you said something very important about when you sang, when you took that tincture, what that did once you put it
My
down.
vocal cords.
Yes, tell us about that. Tell us about that.
So I had been taking the tincture for about maybe a month and a half, about a month. And I noticed that when I sang, my vocal ability was, my pitch was higher. And that's because of my vocal cords. And I believe that there was probably some because I use it so often. I use my instrument so often. I'm talking about my throat. There probably was some inflammation on the vocal cords, but now, and I was able to sing all week at the conference last week, night, day, evening, all day long, and not get hoarse. So I don't know, but I believe it's the tincture because
It is the tincture.
I believe it's the tincture, and it's decreasing the inflammation not only in my back or whatever, but it's also all over the body.
The tension is amazing. I love listening to training. We have different people on here that Miss Bass and a couple, Miss Rogers, a couple other people on here. I used to listen to their training, and it's amazing how they get into that about the different parts of the body. You know, I know our body's made up of an endocannabinoid system. We have all these cannabinoids and how it works and receptors and how the body. But the thing that I want to say, and I really appreciate you coming on tonight, and I really appreciate getting to know you all as family. I can't wait to meet Harvey in person. And Miss Braun, Senior Vice President, Miss Patricia Lloyd is hosting an event, a Western Conference event in October. And we've already made a decision. We're coming. We're coming, and we're excited about the opportunity. We're excited about coming into Cali area. I think we just up in New York, and I know that the Chicago market is going to be putting something together in the future, maybe next year or so. But we're excited just to help different people out. So I really appreciate you taking time out. This is a different type of call, but the role play was more something that people can see. It was a natural call for us. We didn't practice this. It's just how we have this is how I conversate with people that I meet as well. I'm gonna ask Miss Cynthia, does she have any questions for you? I know we're over our time. I appreciate you guys' patience. We can give you anything, but can't give you time back. But Miss Cynthia, I'll turn it over to you if you have any questions, Miss Cobbs, before we end the call for tonight.
I really don't. You covered the questions that we would have asked. It's so nice to finally meet you. I'm so glad that you've embraced the tincture. Teddy had called me about the mints, and you and I share the same philosophy. The tincture under the tongue, in the cheeks, where those capillaries exist, is the quickest way to get it into circulation. So listening to you was music to my ears, and I hope everybody was paying attention. I'm so excited for your success with us. Everybody, I hope you were listening. This is a busy woman who made a decision to get involved, and look at how far she's come in a short amount of time. We're all available to you. We look so forward to working with you, and I thank everybody for being on tonight's call. Miss Yvonne, we hope to hear from you again in the near future. You have a beautiful night, and thank you all for being on tonight's call. Don't forget to register tomorrow for our September call. And there'll be more details about California in the days ahead.
And
Good night.
Javier, 2 more bags of coffee are coming your way in that prize pack that Miss Yvonne received today from hitting her goals last month.
All right. I look forward to it.
Yay!
Well, you guys, everybody have a good night. God bless everybody. You guys take care. See you guys soon.
Awesome
Good
training.
night,
Awesome
Good
training.
night.
Good night, everyone. Have a blessed night.
Night.
Take care.
Have a good night.
Good night. Be safe. Stay hydrated.
Everyone.
Good night.
Hey, Teddy,
Teddy.
did you invite a guest, Yvette McDermott?
Yes.
Okay, do you have her number?
Weird. Come on, somebody go with them.
I think Vicky has it.
Okay, if you look in the chat, she wants you to call her tomorrow. She's interested.
Okay. What? Give me her name again.
Yvette?
Yvette. Yeah. That's one of my ex-battle buddies. Okay, great. I appreciate it.
Of course.
All right. Thanks a lot. You guys have a great night. Good to see you, Darren.
Good night,
Good to see you,
everyone.
man.
Take care, everyone. Have a blessed night.
All right, goodbye now. Take care. All right, Julian, good seeing you, bro.
All right.
Bye,
All right, y'all
Julian.
take care.
Good
Bye-bye.
All right, take care. Good seeing you, David. All right, David.
All right,
You
good
guys
night,
take
everyone.
care. Okay, bye now.